Okay, this will be an interesting one. It sort of says a lot about my life, that I'm trying to be optimistic about things in the midst of darkness. It's not easy being optimistic when the coronavirus is rampaging around the world, destroying lives, destroying businesses, killing people from time to time, and people are all gripped with fear and they watch their televisions and listen to their radios in fearful anticipation of some more bad news. And really, it's like we can't live like this for very long. You know, we can't keep this up. It can't be kept going. But we try. I'm trying to be, for my own sake, optimistic. Trying to see a positive, that there's hope. Yeah. Anyway, what do we got here? We got a sticker and it says no negative. Interesting. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, is to get rid of the negatives of things in my life and hopefully other people's life, when my work hopefully will go to air. It's really hard to go to air because the thing is, I'm trying to locate a lost loved one, and I've come to the conclusion that television is the only way I'm going to have the necessary coverage to find him. And having this coronavirus constantly being showcased is basically making it really, really difficult to get my stuff to air. That looks interesting. But basically it's not an easy thing to do, is to try and to remain positive in the negativity that surrounds everyone. All this fear and they're just so afraid. It's so frightening, folks, but we have to fucking try our best to remain cautious, at least cautiously optimistic, folks. You know, we've got to be somehow cautiously optimistic. We don't want to bring our hopes up only to have them dashed. Right, we're going to use this. We're not going to have our hopes up high only to have them dashed. We don't want to do that, folks. Don't do it. But just keep optimistic. Wrong button. Just try and stay cautiously optimistic that maybe, for example, a vaccine will be found. So we can look forward to finding a vaccine, folks. So when someone tells me the news and it's about a vaccine, and we didn't get any colour in that. It's interesting how that happened. We're in black and white still. We forgot to set ourselves up. This negativity really can be a distraction, folks. But we've got to try. We've got to try our hardest to band together and try our best to deal with what's happening, what gets put on our plate every day. Try to take a day at a time if you can. That's easier said than done. Now that looks nice, the colours. It's more faded, but it looks interesting. But basically we have to somehow remain cautiously optimistic. We have to somehow deal with the issues that we have. Wondering why it's so wishy-washy. It's because the colour balance hasn't been set as I normally like to set it, to get the colours really ramping. There we go, fixed it. But basically we have to somehow remain cautiously optimistic. I'm trying to get my videos on air, and you'll often hear me whinging about this fucking virus. But you know, I don't know, we've got to keep it going, folks. I feel making demos gives me a sense of purpose. which otherwise I wouldn't have if I wasn't doing them. I do want to feel a sense like I'm contributing something. That looks interesting, but it's not what I want. So yeah, we have to try and use what we're passionate for and work on ways of bolstering your friends and your family and your loved ones and others, how to bolster them up during these hard times. Not to mention all the people whose work has been destroyed, their workplaces, like the tourism industry, especially that. And now, so basically, yeah, it's not looking too healthy at the moment, you could say, in more ways than one. Now that looks really interesting. It's not much colour, but it's quite a nice shape. So yeah, we have to fucking well try our best to maybe enlarge it on the horizontal. So yeah, we have to try and stay optimistic, however hard and easier said than done that it is. I think that should be pretty much it. So yeah, no negative. Well, if we can, it may be nearly impossible to have no negative thoughts or no negative feelings, but we got to try and at least minimise it. It's not healthy to be negative, folks. And I'm learning it the hard way myself. It's not easy trying to be positive when it seems like the shit's hitting the fan left, right, and centre. Even it looked like we had the coronavirus under control, and now this shit. So I'm disappointed, folks, but what can you do? You have to fucking try to work on things that make you happy. Try to work on things that'll give you a bright future. And try to see it out, see out these times of gloom and doom. Of course, you've got to protect yourself and let the authorities tell you how to protect yourself and obey the directive as much as you can. So yeah, we have to do it. We have to it's really a bad time we're living in, but what can we do, folks? So yeah, no negative as much as we can. It's not as easy as a simple message on a sticker. You can't always. People often have, or what are they called? Affirmations. There's a lot of people who use affirmations, and they think that if they repeatedly say the things that the affirmation are talking about, that it'll happen. But you can't really rely on affirmations. You got to go deeper than merely words on a piece of paper. That's the challenge, is trying to go beyond the paper and make it real. And that's the challenge, even for me. I don't have affirmations unless I might see them on YouTube, or maybe even not even then. But I'm just not a person that just wants empty words. I want those words to speak truth, and I'm trying to do that. So I'm going beyond just a little words on a fucking sticker. There's only so much these words can do on their own. They can't go very far. You've got to really take it to heart somehow. Anyway, that looks interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.